Hello, good morning, welcome. My name is Melissa and we are here at Shangri-La Hot Yoga for our 60-minute fusion practice. With fusion, we're going to do vinyasa flow for the first half, and then the second half we kind of slow it down and do a little bit more holding, a little bit more stretching. And today we're working on our hamstrings, on our hip flexors, applying it a little bit to the quads as well, because we're working towards splits at the end. That does not mean that at the end we're all going to be in a complete full splits, right? Because everyone's different, we're all going to be a little bit different. So maybe you're going to be in half splits, and that also is splits, and that's amazing. So making sure that you're honoring your body and doing what feels good for you, especially because working with splits, if you go too far, you can really injure yourself. So stopping at that point, that's your edge, right? Not trying to go any further than is comfortable for your body, right? We'll be doing a lot of stretching for that. If you have blocks, please grab 2 of them and have them framing your mat. If you don't have blocks, anything else that can bring the ground up to you. Just because when we're working hamstrings, we're doing a lot of forward folding, and the ground can feel a little bit far. So if you need to, remember you can do a water bottle as well, maybe 2 water bottles, anything else like that you might have lying around your house. And we will get started in a comfortable seat. So whatever that means for you, cross the legs, root down through the sits bones, lift up through the crown of the head, place the hands down onto the thighs, close the eyes, or find a soft gaze down. Finding length in your spine, lengthen your neck. Slight little pull of the belly button in, just to protect the low back. Soften the shoulders down. Relax the jaw. Relax the eyebrows. And taking a few natural breaths just to settle into the body and the mind. Taking note of how you're feeling today. Making sure that in this practice you make it your own. That means if you need to, taking a little bit slower or softer, or if you're feeling really good, going a little bit further or taking it up a notch. Release all the air from your lungs. And then take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up all the way and pause. Open the mouth, clear it all out. 2 more times, big breath in. Let it go. Last full inhale. Release. Close the lips. Start to breathe in and out through your nose. You can take a slight constriction to the back of your throat and find your ujjayi breath. If that's something that you're craving today, using it to build heat in your body. With your next breath in, lift the shoulders high to the ears. Breath out, soften them down. Just doing a little bit of movement, a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, shoulders high. Exhale, roll them back. Good, from here, open the eyes, lift the gaze. And then just extend your legs long. So extend them long towards the top of the mat. Flexing the toes back towards the shin. So here it's okay if you have a soft little bend in the knees, if you're feeling really tight here in the hamstrings. Remembering we're still early in our practice, so not stretching too far, right? So just that little curl of the toes, maybe a little bend in the knees, lift up through the crown of your head. Inhale, reach the hands nice and high and lengthen up. Exhale, right hand comes down to the ground, come into a little side body stretch. Press down through the left hip. Reach up and over with those left fingertips, finding a really nice stretch all the way down your side body here. Inhale, hand comes up to center. Exhale, left hand comes down. Root down through that right sits bones. Find length, pull the navel in nice and tight. And reach up and over towards the left side of the room. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, cactus arms, open the chest. Pull the ribs in towards each other. Hug the shoulders nice and tight. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, reach forward, find length, and allow the hands to soften down towards the legs. So they're probably on the shins, maybe the ankles. Remember, not pulling ourselves too far. We haven't really done much with our hamstrings. Try to keep length in your spine here. So one long line here from tailbone to the crown of your head. Roll the shoulders back. Find a little bit more length in your spine. Use your breath in to reach forward and your breath out to deepen in. Couple more breaths like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Full breath in. Let it go. Good. This time we're going to tuck the chin to the chest. Try to round the spine. And on the breath in, we're just going to slowly roll the spine up, all the way up here. And then reach the hands to the ceiling. We're going to go a little bit faster through that. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, slow rise. At the top of that breath, reach the hand high. We'll do it one more time. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale, round the spine. Feel that stretch as you rise. Good. And then from here, we're going to cross the legs or bring them out to the side. And we'll just roll over into tabletop. So we're going to stack our shoulders above our wrists and our hips above our knees. Nice flat back. Grip the ground. Press away. Find strength in your shoulders. So we want that strength. We're going to continue that in our down dog, in our high planks. Pull the navel in nice and tight. Extend through the crown of the head and the tailbone equally. Start to tuck your toes here. Keeping the navel in nice and tight. Just hover the knees off of the mat. Good. Nice little core work here. We're only here for a little bit. Pull the ribs in towards each other. Press away from the ground. Strengthen this little hover tabletop. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly extend legs up. Find that downward facing dog and start to pedal it out. Taking those movements as you need them. Bending into one knee, then the other. Finding that stretch all the way down the back side of the legs. Eventually we'll come towards center. We'll come towards that neutral spine. And then just bend nice and deep into the right knee. So bend that right knee, press the left heel down. So we're finding a little stretch here through the back side of that leg, calf, hamstring, right? Just trying to open everything up for that pose at the end of our practice. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe taking little movements through the head. And then come back to center. And start to bend nice and deep through the left knee. Press the right heel down towards the ground. Grip through the fingertips here. Spread the shoulders out nice and wide. So find that nice, strong down dog. And then come through center. Come back to your down dog. Keep a slight bend in your knees here. And every forward fold if you need that length. Gripping through the fingertips. Pressing away from the ground. Pulling the ribs in towards each other. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward towards the top of the mat. Exhale, slowly step the feet up, meeting our forward fold. Feet out nice and wide. Bend the knees, drape the chest down towards the ground. Finding a nice length here. Hands come to opposite elbows. And find your ragdoll. So just sway back and forth. If you want a little bit more for the spine, you can always interlace hands behind the head. Just use that as a little bit of leverage. Making sure you're keeping that big bend in the knees as you find this movement. Coming back to center, releasing the hands down. Inhale, high halfway lift. So come all the way up towards the thighs. So I want everyone to find that high halfway lift. So usually you might have the hands on the shins, but we're running the hands on the thighs. It's just going to bring it a little bit more to our hamstrings. It can help us find a little bit more length in the spine. So pull the belly in, reach through the crown of the head. See how nice long line. Keep the gaze at the ground. Full breath in. Breath out. Slowly drape the chest over the thighs. Inhale, high halfway lift. Hands to thighs. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, halfway lift, either hands to thighs or shins if you're feeling ready for that deeper stretch. Exhale, fold. Keep the bend in the knees. Inhale, slowly roll the spine up to standing, one vertebra at a time. And then we'll meet in our mountain pose. So roll the shoulders back, open the chest, palms open, and fingertips down towards the ground. Finding our strength, we'll lift the kneecaps up, engaging the quads, pressing the fingertips down. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up, high mountain. Exhale, hands from the heart center. Inhale, hands come up. So listen carefully here. I'm going to face you guys so you can see a little bit better. So we're going to root down through our right foot. We're going to take that left foot, we're going to cross it back, finding a little curtsy, and we're going to reach the arms over towards the right side of the room. So right foot is down, left foot comes back, and then find a little C shape in the arms, finding a little side body stretch. So make sure to keep bending your knees. That way you're finding a little bit more support here. Good. Reach over a little bit more. Inhale, come up to center, both feet down. And then opposite side. So with an exhale, that right foot's going to come behind the left. Find your little curtsy, bend both knees, and find that nice C shape over towards the left. And we're going to do this a little bit faster when we're in our breath to movement, right? So I'll guide you through it. Reaching over, it should feel like a really nice stretch through your side body. Inhale, extend, come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Palms plank down, inhale, step back, high plank, lower the knees for this first one. Find that supported plank. Here to find our nice strong plank. Shoulders right above wrists. Find strength in the legs, hug in through the inner thighs. Pulling the ribs towards each other, nice tight core. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, hug them in, nice controlled lower. As slowly as possible, we'll all meet down. Untuck the toes. Press the shoelace side of the feet down. Kneecap slightly lift. Hug shoulders together. Inhale, lift the chest up. Baby cobra. Hug the elbows in nice and tight. Hands are nice and light on the ground. So we're trying to use the muscles in our upper back to lift us up here. Full breath in. Breath out, lower. Inhale, rise back up. Baby cobra. Option to come a little bit further. Maybe lifting the hands. This way that you're making sure that everything's coming from the back. Squeeze the shoulders together. Keep the gaze down. Big inhale. Exhale, lower. Third one is your choice. Baby cobra. Maybe coming towards full. Inhale, rise up, baby. Maybe coming all the way up here. Keep yourself bending your elbows if you're coming to that full cobra. That's going to help us to open up the chest. Keep those shoulders back. Chin is neutral. If anything, just looking up with the eyes. Big inhale. Exhale, control, lower. Two options here. You can come through your tabletop, or for more action, a little bit more strength, tuck the toes, fire up through the thighs, press into the palms. One long line, inhale to high plank. Exhale, down dog. And as we come towards our chaturanga, remember you can modify. You can use the knees down. You can find a baby cobra. Or you can just get them all together and meet us in down dog or find a cat-cow. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Building heat. Exhale, top them up. Inhale, halfway lift one time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left foot behind right, curtsy, and curve over towards the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right foot behind left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt forward. Hands down, inhale, step back. Pause in your plank just for a moment. Knees can be down, or find that full plank, knees up, power up here. Press away from the ground, round through the upper back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, hug them in, lower chaturanga. Half or all the way. Inhale, open up through the chest, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips high, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands meet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left foot back, curtsy right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Listen carefully. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Pause here. Right foot forward. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat. Lower the knee. So we're coming here to our little supported lunge. This is where our blocks come in handy if you want them. Grab the blocks and frame the foot. So it's just helping to bring the ground a little bit closer to us, right? Make sure the knee is right above or slightly behind the ankle. Inhale, extend through that front leg. Find a half split. We're gonna move. Exhale, bend back and come back to your low lunge. We just wanna find a little bit of movement here to open up our hip flexors, open up our hamstrings. Inhale, half lift, or half splits. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, melt. Stay right here. Start to walk the hands up towards that right thigh. So a little supported low crescent here. Press away and lift up towards the ceiling with the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders back and come a little bit deeper into that front thigh. Making sure that you're finding this nice stretch here. Maybe you feel this in that left hip flexor. I know I feel it there. It's a really nice stretch. If you don't, maybe see if you can walk that right foot a little bit further forward or that left leg a little bit further back to find a little bit of a wider lunge here, to find a little bit deeper of a stretch. And maybe find a couple movements in and out of the thigh. Pressing deeper with every breath out just to sink into the stretch. One more time. Good, last breath in. With the breath out, hands come down to the ground. Blocks off to the side. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee up. Inhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Find your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga choice. Take your foot. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, lift the hips back. Inhale, soften the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, melt. Inhale, reach. Exhale, prayer to heart. Inhale, prayer lift. Exhale, curtsy right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curtsy left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward, left foot forward. Inhale, right foot back, and lower that knee down. Grab your blocks, frame your foot at any height. Wiggle, walk that left foot a little bit further forward. Inhale, extend the leg. Half splits, curl the toes towards the shin. Exhale, bend back in. We're finding movement here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lunge. One more time. Inhale, half splits. Exhale, bend that knee, settle in. From here, walk the hands up, pressing down into that left thigh, pressing away. Keep that chest nice and open. Pull the navel in. We want to protect our low back here. We're not crunching too much. Lift up through the crown of the head. And then settle into your stretch. Maybe walking those legs a little bit wider if you want to find that deeper stretch in that back hip flexor. See if you can lift the left toes up and wiggle them a little bit, making sure you're not gripping down. Press away, keep that chest open, and then finding those little movements in and out that feels right for you. I just find that finding soft movements helps me Get a little bit deeper with every breath out. Find a deeper stretch here. One more time. Pause here with an inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, flow through. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, lift the hips. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, clear it out. One more time, full inhale. Let it go. All right, we're gonna move on here. Inhale, right leg reaches up towards the ceiling. Pause, nice hamstring and quad stretch by pressing the left heel down towards the ground. Flex the right foot towards the ground and roll the right pinky toe to face the mat. Inhale, lift the heel a little bit higher. Exhale, round the spine, pull the knee in nice and slow, shoulders above wrists. Look forward, step that foot forward. So finding that active lunge, walk that foot forward if you need to. Grab your blocks again, frame the foot. This time, I would say maybe the high height. If you have a water bottle, you can grab it and place it to the inside of the foot as well for support. All right, so we're finding that nice deep lunge here. And then with a breath in, we're gonna straighten that leg and we're gonna find our modified pyramid. So kind of similar idea to what we did in our half splits, but we're adding in that back knee lifted. Try to roll the right hip back into the socket. You can have a soft bend in the knee, does not have to be completely straight. Reach through the crown of the head before you fold down over the leg. Couple of breaths here. You can find those movements with the inhale, lengthening, and the exhale, deepening. One more breath in. Breath out, start to bend into that front knee. Come back to your active lunge. Blocks come off. Inhale, reach up, high crescent. So we're gonna do a little bit different on high crescent, right? Usually you probably have that back leg pretty straight, but I want everyone to find a nice big bend in that back knee. So you're not really hovering it over the ground, but you're bending it to find more length in your hip flexor and to find a little bit more support in your low back, right? Hug the right hip back into the socket, pull the ribs in, then reach up towards the ceiling. Pinky fingers spiral inwards. Keep that soft bend. Lift the left heel high above the ball of the foot here. Bend that knee a little bit more. Yeah, good. One more breath. Settle in. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, open up, back heel down, find your warrior two. Settle in. Challenge yourself to come nice and deep. I'm going to give you some relief after this. So find that deep version of your warrior two. Sink nice and deep into that lunge. Press the knee open. Find that nice hip opener. Press it to the outer edge of the left foot. Reach the arms out wide. Imagine that you want to touch opposite sides of the room with the fingertips. Settle in a little bit more. Find your edge. Challenge yourself here. You're going to shake. Pull that navel in. All right, here we move. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach the hands high. Exhale, hands come through heart. And then open them up as you sink back into your warrior two. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hands through heart, open up. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Good, this time, inhale, extend up. Reach those arms long this time. Maybe walk that back foot in just slightly. Pressing the hips towards the back of the room. Inhale, extend through that front arm. Exhale, backside of right palm to inner thigh. And left arm up, coming to our triangle pose, our Trikonasana. Try to lift the kneecaps up, engage the quads, and stay slightly lifted, more than you think that you should, right? We want to be making sure we're having lots of space in our upper body. So we're not crunching down and letting that shoulder come down towards the ground. Reaching through opposite fingertips. Reaching out nice and long, pulling the ribs in towards each other. You should feel this a lot in your obliques. Keep that breath going. One more. Good, start to settle into that front knee. So bend back into that front knee. Inhale, sweep the right hand back into your reverse warrior. Bend a little bit deeper. That back hand is not pressing into the leg. It's It's nice and light. You can find a half bind if it feels good. Reach up and back with the arm. Full breath in. Breath out. Hands come down. Frame the foot. Inhale, step the foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open up. Exhale, lift back. Straight to the second side. Inhale, left heel up. Pause for a moment. Press the right heel down. Roll the pinky toe on the left foot to face the ground. Flex the foot. Press through the heel. Full breath in. Breath out. Slow movement. Nice and slow. Pull that knee forward. Rounding the spine. Pull the navel in. Stack the shoulders above the wrists. And then step that foot forward. Grab the block. Straighten the foot. All right. Inhale, straighten out that front leg, modified pyramid. Hug that left hip back. Keep the soft bend in the knee if you need to. Roll the shoulders back, keep the chest open. We have a long spine here. Find those little movements if you want to. Just slight movements in and out of that pose. Last breath in. Breath out, settle back into the thigh. Come back to that low lunge. Box off to the side. Inhale, lift up, high crescent. Remember, we're modifying, so back leg usually is pretty straight, maybe with a soft bend. Just try to bend it a little bit more than you usually would, right? Finding that nice length here through our back side, but also finding length through our hip flexor on that right leg. Reach up, find length through the fingertips. Find that strength in the arms. Spiral those fingers in towards each other. Sink nice and low into the thigh. One more breath. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, open up, settle into your warrior two. Try to come straight to that warrior two, right? We're gonna get that release in a little bit. Come a little bit deeper, lift the toes up, wiggle them. Press the knee out. Good, reach out through those hands. Keep the torso right above the hips. Remember, one long line in the upper body. Come a little bit deeper. And a little bit deeper. One more time. Inhale, extend, reach. Exhale, palms through heart. Open up. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Once more, inhale. Exhale, settle. Inhale, straighten. Arms come out. Walk that back foot in. Press the hips back, reach for that front hand, full breath in. Breath out, backside of left palm to inner thigh. And right arm up, Trikonasana. Find your own version. Maybe you want to come a little bit lower, as long as you're not collapsing into the pose. We're one long line here. Press through the feet. Lift the kneecaps. Reaching those fingertips out in opposite directions. But you want to pull your body apart. Feeling this in the obliques, right? Maybe you're feeling this in those top obliques up there. Don't forget your breath. Start to bend back into that front knee. Inhale, sweep the left hand back, reverse your warrior. Come as deep as you possibly can. Our leg was straight for a while. I know that you can come a little bit further into that lunge. Inhale, extend through the fingertips. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, cobra or upward. Exhale, downward dog. Big breath in. Side out. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna move faster here. Challenge yourself. Breath to movement, all right? Listen carefully as we go through. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, step the foot forward. Grab blocks if you need them. Inhale, extend one time. Exhale, bend back into your lunge. Inhale, reach up, bend that back knee, modified high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, hand through heart, open up. We're just doing that one time. Inhale, straighten the leg, walk the back foot in. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse your warrior, bend into the thigh. Exhale, hands down, find your flow. Maybe you skip it if you're over it. We meet in down dog. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, palms down, chaturanga, or don't, you choose. We're going to do one more time on each side. You got this. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, slow step. Inhale, extend through the leg. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open up. Inhale, leg long. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, bend right hand back. Exhale, palms plant. Chaturanga, only two more. This and one more. Then no more chaturangas in our practice. You got this. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, open. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, hands to heart, then back out. Inhale, front leg straight. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, waterfall, hands down. Final chaturanga. You got this. Meeting our downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Let go of some of that heat. One more time. Full inhale. Clear it out. Lower the knees down to tabletop. So we're going to do a little bit of tabletop here. Kind of a little bit just to cool it down for a second. I know I'm sweating pretty good. It's getting a little hotter out, right? A little more humid. So now it's like we have that heated room from our house. All right. So from tabletop, shoulders above wrists, hips above knees. Take a second, we need some water. Root down through the left knee. And then extend the right leg and allow the toes to settle back. So toes are down, leg is extended, and press the heel towards the ground. So a little stretch here, and then coming in and out of that stretch. So every breath out, just pressing a little bit deeper into that back heel. Good, from here, lift the heel up to hip height, reach through the heel, flex the foot, take your breath in. With a breath out, take that knee over towards the arm. Lift it up as high as possible. Elbow maybe up towards the tricep. Press away and around. We're finding this nice core strength. Staying here and then switching that knee over towards the left elbow. So over towards the left elbow, pull it up nice and high. Back towards the right elbow. And then extend it out. Good, we're gonna go a couple more times. Exhale, right elbow. Left elbow. Right elbow. Lift out. Right elbow. Left elbow. Right elbow. Extend. One more time. Exhale, pull. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, leg out. Good. From here, cross the leg over the left. Press the toes down. And then press the left shoulder over towards the left hip. So just a little bit of a stretch here between. So we stretch, then we do core, and then we stretch. Inhale, toes get light, lift up. Exhale, back to tabletop. All right, second side. Right knee down. Extend through that left leg, toes down, press the heel back. Few breaths coming in and out of that nice calf stretch here. Keeping strength in the upper body. So grip the ground with the fingertips, press away, strengthen through the shoulders. Good, come to center, lift that heel up, flex the foot, press through the heel, full breath in. Breath out, knee comes over towards that left elbow. Lift up as high as possible, round the spine, pause. Pull that ankle in nice and tight. From here, bring it over towards that right elbow. Little twist here, working our obliques. Pull that knee up towards the chest. Come back towards the left elbow. And then extend that leg out. We're gonna go a little bit faster. 3 times. Left elbow, right elbow, left elbow. Extend. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, cross. Exhale, back. Inhale, leg out of hip. One more time. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, right elbow. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, leg all the way out. And then cross it over the right. Press the right shoulder over towards the right hip. And find a nice stretch here. Stretching out our obliques that we just worked. Stretching out the back side of the leg and the hip. Toes come up. And then knee comes underneath. You choose however you want to get there. You can come through down dog or just step it forward. We're going to meet in our forward fold. So nice little forward fold here for a second with the chest grip over the thighs. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale and reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. If you have that block, just make sure you have it towards the front of the mat or your water bottle for support. So we're doing a little bit of balance here. Rooting down through that right foot. Hands at heart. We're going to take the weight into the right foot and just slightly take the weight out of that left foot. So just see for a second, you're going to lift that left foot up just slightly off of the ground. Keep the gaze down. And then from here, we're going to slowly bring the chest forward and the heel back, working into our warrior 3. So flex the left foot. Make sure you're rolling that hip down. So just close that left hip down. Shoulders back and together, reach through the crown of the head. And then from here, we're going to slowly lower our chest all the way down until maybe you grab that block or hands come to the ground. Coming to our standing split. Hands coming close to the toes. Lift that left foot up as much as possible. You can flex or point the toes, whichever feels better. For a little bit of a challenge, maybe you take the right hand to the leg and pull yourself down. So you choose here. Whichever variation feels better for you, relaxing through the crown of the head, lifting up through the left toes. Little opposite actions here. You can keep softening that right knee. All right, we're going to find a little bit of movement. So with an inhale, lift that leg up nice and high. Exhale, left knee comes behind right. Bend nice and deep. Find that Shiva squat. Inhale, back to your standing split. Exhale, squat it low. Just one more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, come up to your standing split. Exhale, foot comes down. Meet the other. Take a second, shake it out. Belly hits the thighs. Take the peacemaking fingers and wrap them around the big toes. And then pull the chest down. Just a little second to neutralize between. And then release out. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, moving on here. Keep that block up towards the top here. Keep the right foot forward and step the left foot back. Kind of warrior 2 legs here to begin, but then just extend through that front leg. So front leg is straight, back heel is parallel to the back of the mat. Reach the arms out. Inhale, hips back, arm forward. We've been here before. Exhale, back to the right palm for that triangle pose. Only here for a little bit, just kind of a transitional pose. Take that top hand, bring it to the hip. Look forward, we're coming towards balance again. Start to bend into that front knee. Grab that block, place it in front of the right toes. Walk the back foot in until you can lift it up, coming into your half moon. Flex that top foot. That's going to help you find engagement here to lift find more stability. Keep the gaze to the ground. Unless you're super stable, then try to lift away towards the wall. Open up that hip. So roll the left hip back. Might be a little bit wobbly. I know I'm a little bit wobbly. If your hands on a block, try to take the weight off a little bit. So not pressing down all of our weight into that block, because it's going to crunch into that bottom side. Lift the leg up a little bit higher. Maybe the top arm rises too. Find your variation that works for you. Full breath in. Start to bend into that front knee. Control step back into our warrior two. Extend out. Toes face towards the side. So toes in and heels out. I'm going to go this way so you guys can kind of see me better. So toes in, heels out. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, press the hips back, the chest forward. Finding your wide leg forward fold. I'm going to give you the options here. If you want to, you can play around with balance. So maybe that's an arm balance, maybe that's an inversion. So if you want your headstand or your crow pose, anything else that's calling to you. If you want to stay right here in this pose, you can stay here. Hands on the ground, maybe grabbing the legs and pulling yourself in. Trying to bring the weight forward into the toes and out of the heels if you're staying in your forward fold. If you're playing with balance, a few breaths to go wherever you would like. I always like to, play with creativity. So this is your practice, right? Make it what you want to. Anytime that you want to add any kind of fun item to play with, you're more than welcome to. A little bit more forward into the toes. Then just a couple more breaths. If you're in that arm balance or inversion, start to make your way back down, right? We meet us into our wide leg forward fold. And then once we're all down, hands underneath the chest, lift up halfway. And start to walk the hands forward to the inside of that right foot. So we're finding our active runner's lunge here. Foot on the outside, hands on the inside. Back knee is lifted just for a couple of breaths here. Press away, find strength in the upper body. One more breath in. Breath out, knee comes down. Untuck the toes. Walk that right foot forward. Just like in our lunge, we don't want the knee coming in front of the ankle. So if it is, make sure that you walk that foot up. I'm going to give you the option here to do whatever feels good for you. So you can stay up on the palms. If you have that block, you can always grab it, or a pillow, anything like that, books. And you can place it underneath the forearms. Come a little bit deeper. Maybe rolling out onto the outer edge of the foot, but if you're doing so, protecting the ankle by curling the toes towards the shin. And everyone seems to feel something a little bit different here in their lizard lunge. I tend to feel it in this left hip flexor a lot, but also in my right hip. A little bit of balance of the both, but some people don't feel the hip flexor. So kind of play around, maybe find a little bit more of an extension if you don't feel that hip flexor, maybe walking that left knee back a little bit, so that longer stance can help you target that hip flexor. Maybe you just have like really loosey-goosey hip flexors, so you don't feel it here. If you're here and you're craving a quad stretch, you're more than welcome to come there, walking to the hands, planting that left hand and reaching back for the foot. So you can stay where you were, you can find a quad stretch if it's calling to you. If you have a towel or a strap, you can wrap it around the foot. You took a quad stretch. Slowly release out. Wherever you are, come back up onto the palms. So back up to the palms. Walk the foot back to center. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, look forward, and just step up to the top of the mat. So come to your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hand at center. All right, so you probably know here we have to do the other side. So putting all the weight into the left foot. Remember, keep that block up towards the top if you want it. See if you can put all that weight so you can just slightly lift the right foot up. So just a little bit of a strength challenge for that left leg, right? And then hands at heart. Slowly tick-tock that chest forward, and the heel back, warrior 3. Little up dog in the chest. Reach through the crown of the head and the heel equally. Outer hip rolls down. Strengthen that left hip by pulling it back into the socket. From here, start to lower the chest down, down, and down until you come into that standing split. Hands on block. For that challenge, maybe left hand comes to the leg and lift that right leg up as high as you possibly can. Nice little stretch here through the hamstring. Pull the left hip into the socket. Protect that outer head. All right, we're going to find a little bit of movement. Full breath in, leg up high. Breath out, knee behind knee. Squat it little. Only 2 more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, Shiva. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Shake it out. You can ragdoll. You can take big peacemaking fingers around big toes if that feels good. Just take a second to release. Good. Root through the feet. Inhale, rise. Hands to heart, left foot forward. And right foot steps back. So warrior 2 legs, but extend that front leg. Arms out and long. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, triangle. We're just here as transition, right? Keep your strength. Lift up through the top hand, and then hand comes to the hip. Left hand comes forward. Bend the knee so you can locate that block. About a block's length in front of the foot. Back foot walks in until you can lift it up. Coming to our balancing half moon. Getting out those little wobbles in the beginning, or maybe have them through the whole time. Gaze stays down if you're feeling a little bit wobbly. Flex the right foot, lift that foot up, and roll the right hip back. Noticing if you have one side that's cooperating a little bit more than the other. I'm noticing that this side is definitely cooperating a little bit more than the other. Maybe you lift that top arm up towards the ceiling. Bottom hand is light, so you're not pressing all your weight to block, so you can come up onto your fingertips. Good. Last breath in. Breath out, bend into the knees, step the foot back. Toes come in, heels come out. Arms out long, big inhale. Exhale, fold. Bring that wide leg forward, fold. Walk the hands forward. So hands come forward, kind of like a wide leg downward facing dog. Press into the hands and press those hips back. Let the chest fall towards the ground, let the head kind of hang heavy. And then hands come back in. Lift up halfway. Walk yourself forward to the inside of the foot. Foot to the outside. Little active lunge here. You got this. I know it's burning a little bit. Pull that left knee in. Press that right thigh up towards the ceiling. A little bit more strength. Last inhale. Exhale, knee down. Maybe walk that knee back or walk the left foot a little bit further forward. Remember, this is your pose, so find a variation that feels good for you. Staying up on the palms, grabbing the block, coming down to the block. Anything else that is part of your practice that you like to take here. If you're rolling out into the outer edge of the left foot, toes curl towards shin. Press the hips down towards the ground. Remember, if you want to try to get a little bit deeper into that hip flexor, see if you can walk that right foot a little bit further back, finding a little bit more length between the legs. Maybe you don't feel this hip flexor at all, and that's okay. You know, we all experience poses in our own way. So just because I feel a hip flexor stretch here does not mean that you will too. If you want to find that quad stretch, walk up, right hand plants, left hand comes back, recapturing the foot. If not, stay where you were before. the foot, release. Everyone back up onto the palms. So up onto your palms, foot to center. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee and walk it up, forward fold. All right. And you maybe hopefully feel nice and loosey-goosey in your legs and you're feeling ready to come towards our peak posture. So blocks, grab them, frame the feet, or maybe books, water bottles, anything else that you have. Right foot forward, left foot back. So come to that lunge, knee is down, frame the foot, and then lengthen the leg. So we're starting by lengthening that leg into our half splits. Walk the blocks back so that they frame the shin. Maybe down to high height, maybe medium. Pause here in our half splits for a couple of breaths, just to find that little bit of length here before we come further. Remember, nice long spine. So reach forward through the crown of the head, and then fold. Just last little bit of opening. Maybe you stay right here in your half splits the entire time. More than okay. There's lots of options here. You do not have to try for full splits. If you're feeling ready, start to walk that right foot forward and then walk that left foot back. I'm on a sticky mat, so it's going to be a little hard for me to get, slide into it. So hopefully you have something a little bit more easy to slide on. But if you're coming towards that full splits, walk the blocks back towards the hips. So walk them back. And then see how much you can walk that foot back. So maybe it's right here, maybe you're a little bit lifted like I am. Maybe you can come all the way down. Maybe you're still in half splits. Honoring your body, pull the right hip into the socket, all right? Maybe with time you can walk yourself a little bit further. I know I'm coming close to my edge. And then whenever you're ready, coming out, pressing into those blocks, trying to slide that front foot back in. Take a second to pull that knee in, just shake it out. So any movements that you need here between, little movements through the legs. And then switching sides. So you can step that left foot forward, coming into that lunge. Inhale, lengthen the leg, half splits, holding here. Left hip back, toes curl towards shin. Shoulders hug together. Stay in your half splits, or if you're testing the waters for full splits. Remember, there's also an in-between between half splits and full splits. Maybe we would call it 3/4 splits. So maybe you pause at 3/4 splits. So walk that left foot forward, wiggle walk that right foot back. I'll call this like 3/4 split. So maybe right here is just kind of like a wider half splits. Maybe you walk it a little bit further. If you're coming towards that splits, walk the hands back towards the hips. Just kind of see, walking it back till you find that edge. Remember, not going too far for your body. Really easy to injure your hamstring. So anytime that you feel pain, come straight out of the posture. Using the blocks or water bottle as support under the hands. One more breath. And then however you need to get out of it. I like to press into the blocks and use it as leverage to pull that knee in. A little bit of core work there. And just shake it out. Shake it out. Anything that you need. And then just take a seat. Taking a seat when you feel ready. Good. Making our way towards the end of our practice. You drink some water if you need to. Reach those legs back out long. So you've been here once before. Reaching them back out long towards the front of the room. Inhale, extend through the fingers. Exhale, fingers come out and down. Coming into our forward fold. And just noticing differences. I really love to repeat a posture at the beginning of the practice and then the end, just because it helps you kind of see your progress, right? You can see how much you opened up or you strengthened during these 60 minutes. So maybe you can come a little bit deeper into this fold now that you really focus on opening up the back side of your legs here. Maybe you can reach for the feet If not, more than okay. Remember, just grab the shins or the ankles. Keep the spine nice and long. Inhale, slowly rise up. Walk the feet in. So feet are gonna come in just a little bit, play on the ground. Take the hands behind you. Fingertips are gonna point towards the front of the room. So hands are gonna come behind us. Just a little bit of a shoulder strengthener, a little bit of core. Right here, we're looking for bring it all the way down. So plant through the feet, plant through the hands. Inhale, lift the hips up, coming for a little reverse tabletop. Also nice hip flexor opener. Roll the shoulders back and together. It's okay if you're a little lowered here. You do not have to be totally stacked. Depends on how your shoulders feel. Big breath in. Breath out, slowly lower. Make sure you're towards the top of the mat. Reach the arms forward. And then slowly, controlled, come all the way down to the mat. Pull the knees in. Find some movements with your knees. If you want to, happy baby, shins, ankles, or feet, pull the knees down and rock back and forth. Nice little massage of the sacrum. And come to center, reach the legs up towards the ceiling, find the legs up the wall. Arms are long, flex the feet. Breathe through the whole spine, pulling the navel towards the spine. So that helps us to, target our lower abdominals. So a lot of times we're working those upper abdominals, and those are like, our fancy, shiny, like six-pack abs, but our lower abdominals are just as important, right? They help to protect our low back, which it's really easy to have a low back injury. So we definitely want to have a strong low core. So that's why I'm always telling you to pull that navel in, nice and tight, because that targets those abs that are a little bit lower down. And our deep abs. So we have like deeper abs, and we want to help strengthen those too. And then bend the knees, pull them in towards the chest. Tee the arms out to the sides, and lower both the knees over towards the right. So just come into a little supine twist. Left shoulder roots down. Gaze over the shoulder. And start to slow it all down. So slowing down the breath, the heart rate, and the mind. Trying to prepare yourself for that final rest. Knees come to center, and lower them both over towards the left. Right shoulder down, gaze can come over the shoulder. Soft little twist here, just wringing out the spine. Closing the eyes and keeping them closed until the end of practice, if that feels good. And then pulling knees in. One final time, curling into a tight little ball. Wrap arms around shins, nose comes up to knees. Biggest breath in, pause the top. Little sip of air. Exhale, open up, release. Shavasana, take up lots of space. Legs out long, arms out long. Try to let go of every single muscle. So get out any last minute wiggles. And then give yourself permission to just be here in the rest, the relaxation. And I'll call you back when it's time. Slowly allow your awareness to return to your body. Notice if you benefit from more time in your Shavasana. You can stay here as long as you would like. If you're ready to restart your day, movement comes back into the body. Reach the arms long above you. Knees come in, roll onto one of your sides, fetal position. Pressing up when you're ready, meeting in a comfortable seat. Hands at heart, eyes closed or soft gaze. All the air releases out. Fill up all the way. Open the mouth, let it go. Take a moment of gratitude to yourself for taking time out of your day to show up on your mat, for taking time for your practice, and most importantly, for taking time for you. I'm grateful that you all came to join me, whether that's live or later on Facebook or YouTube. From my heart to each and every one of yours, namaste. I appreciate you all for joining me in your practice. Hopefully you enjoyed that journey towards splits. Remember, you didn't have to be finding that full splits. I know for me, it's been 6 years in the making, and I'm still pretty tight. So just give yourself a pat on the back for honoring your body, doing what felt right for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the practice. If you have any comments or maybe requests for next week, because this week was a request. So if you want to work on something next week in particular, let me know. If you are able to donate, please do so. We have the links to Venmo or MindBody on our Facebook or our website. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me.